I'm happy to be back. I haven't had the stream for like 3 months. And yeah, it feels good. It feels good. So I see that we have a bunch of people on the stream. That's pretty nice. Thank you so much for coming. My setup is still not very good since I switched computers and I switched the streaming software as well. So it's just different and not everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. So if I miss something like followers and subscriptions and all of that, and sometimes chat, I do apologize for that. Now, today we are going to try building GNS3 lab on my latest processor. So for a long time you couldn't run any network labs on AMD processors, so they didn't support virtualization instructions. As far as I understand right now they do, at least the latest generations. And since I switched from my laptop, which was Mac, to a desktop PC, which we are going to discuss in just a moment, I decided to give it a go, to buy a new AMD processor. And there is absolutely zero confirmation on the internet that something like GNS3 lab will actually work on this processor. So this is what I'm going to test today. This is the purpose of today's stream. I want to make sure that my investment is actually working, otherwise it's going to be sad. So a couple of things to discuss before we jump into installing and all of that thing. So first, why I decided to switch from Mac to Windows and how my experience was. So recently I started having a lot of troubles with Mac. Besides the problem with keyboard on MacBook Pro, I also have battery problem, and also occasionally it was restarting itself, so crashing and restarting. Plus, if you have been to my latest streams, I think one was in May and one was in April, you have probably noticed that it was crashing midstream. So in all of my stuff was just lost. So that's not cool. So I decided, you know what, it's enough. So plus I also wanted to play games, and I wanted to play games and to be able to work on a decent machine, to be able to launch any labs that I want, everything on the same machine. So I don't need any remote server or anything. So I decided to build a computer, which I did. Now let me. So I have been using this new computer for I think a week now. And one thing that I noticed that I'm really missing, well, a couple of things. First, Alfred. So Alfred is just the best software I have ever used on Mac. It really increased my productivity. Now I don't have that. I have an alternative called Vox on Windows. So Vox is a launcher. Let me actually show it to you. So it looks like this, and it can do search on your computer through applications, through files. But ideally, you would also want to have some plugins for that. And so far, I don't like what I see, but I will have to get used to it. So for example, let me, and it would be good if I don't write in Russian. And why I don't have GNS3 installed? Yeah, I think I downloaded it, but I didn't install it. That's not cool. Okay. So I missed that. Another thing that I really liked was Preview app, which can show you like different files. That's missing as well. I really liked when I could see the content of almost any file, even like when I'm trying to search for something. So far it has been a little bit painful to switch back to Windows, but it is what it is. Now, another problem is Hyper-V. So I don't know if you guys know about the Windows subsystem for Linux. So it allows you to run Linux inside Windows directly without visible virtual machine, if you will. Now they're releasing the new version WSL2 very soon. The problem with that is it uses Hyper-V. The problem with Hyper-V is that if you run Hyper-V, none of your other virtualization software will work. Like VirtualBox will not work, the VMware will not work. So I really don't get it. It's just pain in the ass. Like it's 2019 and we still can't different software to work to each other. So for me, I decided that I will be doing my work on Linux VM most likely instead of WSL. I think it's going to be better. Okay, so couple words about my machine. So I have here the latest AMD processor. It's Ryzen 9 3900X. Why I am emphasizing this? It's not because I want to flex on it, right? It's because this is one of the affordable desktop CPUs available for consumers, which is not that expensive, and it has many cores. So this one has 12 cores and 24 24 threads, which I think it's a lot, right? This is the main reason I decided to choose this, is because I want to run labs. Now, if I will not be able to run them for any reason, then it's going to be a bad investment. But if it works like I think it, like I hope it will be, then I can see it being used by a lot of network engineers, like building their home desktop computers, not on the server platform, but on the desktop platform with a lot of cores, which you can use for everything you want, for work, for gaming, for streaming, and for virtualization, which is pretty nice, right? So this is my hope. Now I also have 64 gigs of RAM, again, just because I want to be able to run big labs. So a couple words about myself. So last thing before we'll jump to installation and trial and error is my thoughts on this processor. So I've been using it for 1 week now. It was really hard to get it. So they released it 1 month ago, but I placed an order on day of release, but I got it only 1 month later. So this was not very good. But there are a couple of problems that I have with it. It idles at quite high temperature, and it boosts itself very often. And the reason I care about this is because my cooler starts spinning up very, very loud when it happens. So I had to do a lot of manual tweaking just to have acceptable level of noise. And it's still not the way I want it to be. So regular boosting is not cool, but whatever. That said, it was nice when I was streaming games yesterday. So I have another channel for games. I started streaming yesterday games, and it's very cool where you see absolutely no impact on your game from your when you're streaming. So like you launch a stream, and because of this number of cores, like you have zero impact on your game at all. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this. So what do we need? Yeah, we will start installing GNS3 with VM, and then try to get it to run the way it's supposed to be running. So what do I need? CPU limit, no, I don't need. Dynamics, I don't care about this. Wireshark I have installed. Do I have Wireshark installed? Wireshark? Yeah, I have Wireshark, okay. So then, do I need Win Pickup? Send, receive, oh, I have installed. QEMU, I don't think I need, because we are going to run QEMU directly on VM. VPCS, no. TideWinC viewer, technically yes. Let's leave it for now. Okay, let's install this. Which games, what channel? The channel is sork_h, and the games that I play are Heroes of the Storm. I play Battlefield sometimes. I play Sniper Elite, and also with a friend we occasionally play Portal 2 as well. But just if you don't go to that channel unless, well, you would see different side of me, let's put it this way. Now here, what is going on? What is this? This is not cool. So one thing that I have found over the years with GNS3 is I would advise everyone running everything remotely on your like VM or whatever you have. The main reason why is let me step back. So GNS3 has interesting architecture. It has the server, they call compute nodes, and they have controller, and then they have GUI, and now they have native GUI, and then they have web UI as well. If you choose these two options, so if you choose the first option, then your controller is going to be local, and then everything else is going to be in VM. If you choose this option, your server is going to be on your machine, and your controller is going to be on your machine. And then this last one, run appliances on remote server. This is where both controller and the compute node is going to be remote, and I found that option is just much better. For example, if you want to use APIs, you would always point to that server, because otherwise you have to point it locally. Now, controller are also responsible for starting and launching labs. So for example, if you want to have labs running all the time in the background, with this setup you need to have controller up and running, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So what games, if I could write them? Okay, so yeah. Let me do that. Okay. Now I will try selecting this option because it has been a while since I set up the GNS3 server. I want to see maybe they changed it somehow, fixed it. Yeah, okay, so they don't, so it's still the same. You can see here on this next screen it says local server configuration server path, and then it's local path to the GNS3 server. So this is incorrect. So let me cancel this. I don't need this anymore. So okay, cool. What do I need? So I need VM, right? So I need VM. So I have here, where is this? I have here Workstation Pro. Right now it's in eval mode. So we will download the workstation here. Well, the GNS3 VM4 workstation. It's being downloaded. Okay, let me put it in different place. Oh, doesn't matter to be honest. So let's do extract all. Okay, so I have OVA here. So let's go ahead and import this OVA. OVA. Is it through new virtual machine? No, actually it's not through that. It should be like open. Yeah, I think it should be through open. So downloads. Yeah. Okay. So the name is GNS3 VM. Okay, cool. Oh, and while it's being done, another thing that I found very cool was that I bought the M2 and NVMe drives, so which are inserted in PCIe Express slot. Damn, they are fast. Then, okay, so let me allocate enough memory, but maybe not 48 gigs. Let's allocate 40 gigs. And let's allocate 4x2, 4x4, like 16. Maybe let's start for now with 4 and 2, and let's see if that is going to be different. Okay, so I have VM. What else do I need? So I need to set up adapters properly. So NAT is fine. Let me see how I set up here. I would set up manually here because I want to have static IP address. So let's do what, VMnet 1, and also hard disk. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. I'm not sure why it's like 500 gigs. Okay, whatever. Let's power this on. Mouse credit card. Thank you. I like your nickname. It's pretty funny. Okay. Cool. So I need here the IP address, and I should be able to SSH to it. And then images and projects are stored in opt GNS3. And you can see here that it says KVM support available true. So that that was what I was looking for. Okay, cool. So 129. To be fair, I would need to change my etc hosts. Yeah, let me do that. So hold on a minute, folks. I will change my etc hosts file. Okay, so I think it should be done. So let me switch back, and it seems like my shortcuts are not working as I thought they're going to work. On my laptop here on the left hand side, I'm trying to see how my stream goes, but it's not switching the screen back. Okay, cool. And my lag on the stream is actually pretty big. It's like almost 10 seconds. That's a long time. Okay, so we have to do setup. So I can actually go ahead and do it with Wizard again. So we will run everything. Let me see if I can ping GNS3. Okay, I can ping it. Let me also try connecting to it. No, GNS3 VM port, GNS3 connect, accept GNS3, save password. Okay, cool. What? 3. I'm pretty sure it was uppercase GNS3. Oh, it's lowercase. Okay, cool. And I think I would need to make it. Let me see how I see it on my laptop. It's quite small, but I think you should be able to see it. It's still the same. Okay, cool. So yeah, run appliances on a remote server host. I don't have any authentication, so it's going to be GNS3 VM. 3080, no credentials. Finish. So here I should be able to see that we are connected to it. So let's see 3M. Okay, 40 gigs of RAM. I forgot how you can check the CPUs. Is it cut rock CPU info or something? And here I need to see SVM. Yeah, which I have. So SVM is the extension for the virtualization that we need. And since KVM OK also says that KVM acceleration can be used. So this is what I needed. Now I don't need this. Okay. So we have to set up the what do we need to set up? So I don't need this one. Server, remote server, packet capture. I need here, right? Okay, and in order to use this, we need to use it from the template. Now, how it's being done? They usually... There was a button here, which I don't see anymore. Yeah, that's weird. Like, you usually could select import appliance. No, it's GNS3 appliance. There was, in previous version, there was a list of all templates, so you could just double click on it. But I don't see here anything related to it. Doesn't feel right. So what new template? Install an appliance from the GNS3 server, import an appliance, manually create template. This doesn't work. Appliances are up to date. What is going on here? View. Did you ever have problems with Ubuntu running slow in VMware Workstation? No, I don't think so, no. Okay, I don't like the way it's being set up here. So if I want to change this, the alternative way would be to go to quote. Here I need to go to templates. Where is this? Yo, GNS3 registry, appliances, Cisco CSR, raw. So we save this page. Yes, okay. Okay, 1 second, folks. Also, it seems like I don't record. No, it actually should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. So okay, so let me switch back. Or actually 12.1a is already here, so that's perfect. So I can just import this appliance then. I think I should be able to double click on it. Another GUI is running. So okay. Here. Okay, it will take some time. Folks, meanwhile, let's talk. How are you doing? Anything interesting going on at work? Any network automation projects that you would like to share? Speaking of myself though, recently I did a mistake while writing tests where I almost deleted a lot of data. That was... I did not expect that. Huh? Okay. Ioannis, what are you studying for? Parset, thank you. Welcome to the stream. So I changed it to 2 vCPUs here, since I usually need programmability features, and with 1 CPU it's just not working well. 3 GB of RAM should be good. So okay, I have this. Let me check something. This web UI of the GNS3, by the way, I do think it's pretty crap. GitHub.com. So I'm not sure where it is. I think it's not in your workshop. Jupyter. Yeah, topology is here. Okay. So I want to build the same lab that I use at Cisco Live. Started with Ansible and NETCONF, and will go on to as many as I can. Is there a particular reason why you don't use VMware backend? I mean GNS3 VM. Oh, so you're saying GNS3 VM? So I do use it. I do use GNS3 VM. It's just I don't like. So there are a couple of reasons. So let's see. So you're asking why I'm not using this? I don't need their GNS3 to control my GNS3 VM. It's easier for me when I have full control over all of the virtual machines. So like I can manually start it. If I need, I can manually log into SSH and all of that. Like I don't need this to set up for me RAM and vCPUs here and to be able to control it. Not only that, in order to do that, you need to have a package called, let's call it VIX API or something, and it's not like always installed, and there are like problems. So like I learned at some point I had some problems, and like I learned different way and I started using it. So this is first reason. The second reason was, I briefly discussed it already, that if you use the in setup wizard, if you use this enable GNS3 VM and all of that stuff, it's going to use local server. So if you use setup wizard and you say I want to use GNS3 VM, it's going to use a local server on actually Windows as a controller, and I don't want to be running GNS3 on my Windows at all, like the server part. There are a couple of implications for it. If you need to use API, you would need to point to Windows instead of your VM, because the controller is the one that has all APIs. Second, if you want to have topology up and running, you need to have the GNS3 window always open. Like, I want to have some lab always available to me in my VM or on any different server, and it will not work if you close your GNS3 window, which I think is insane, right? But once I realized what was going on, it's because of their architecture that part of controlling the lab is on the controller, so where controller is the most important thing, right? So I recently started to use this way, where everything is on the VM. And I think it's better way. It's the same way how EvenG uses it. It's the same way how Virl1 and Virl2 is using that. Like, everything is on the... Oh, Virl is actually different a little bit there. But if everything is being done on the remote server, it's easier, at least from my perspective. So answering your question, so you just use it as a remote server. Yes, so I have GNS3 VM, which I use as a remote server here, right? It says remote main server, host is GNS3 VM. Now, there is one con of doing that, is all of your lab files are going to be on that server. So I would like to have the files locally, to be fair, but it's just a trade-off that you have to make. So you would need to, like, depending your use cases, right, you may need to adjust it. So, oh, another part is the GUI, right? The same thing with the GUI. GUI needs to be GUI needs access to the controller. So, like, the availability of GUI will be dependent on the GNS3 GUI UI window open. So it's just, I don't like it, I guess. Taxbox Tihigo, thank you so much for coming. Pleasure to see you. Ioannis, I do have a question for you. So since you started doing NetConf Yang with Ansible, so what are your thoughts on doing specifically NetConf Yang with Ansible? I've heard a number of issues, and I don't use Ansible anymore, but what do you think? Another comment in the chat, interesting, I should try this, but I'm not sure if I will be able to migrate my current projects properly without making them broken. Probably yes. It's very likely that something will break. Ioannis says that he's doing NetConf Yang with Ansible. His nick in the chat is Mifril Pala. Okay, so we are already set up. So let's go and do what? 10 CSRs. 10 CSRs is going to be our lab. Oh, by the way, I need to change some settings. What do I need? I need to do console applications. No party. No. Okay. Cool. Done. Okay. So, yep. So let's go ahead and build the topology. Based on this data. So I need what, 10 of them? So I think it was linked. And what happened with icons? I want to have an icons. Where is the router? Route. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I think I had connection. Do I have connection between 7 and 9? Yeah. So it's 7 and 9. Oops. So it's 7 and 9 and 8 and 10. They should be connected to 6. 6 is connected to 5, 5, 3, 7 and 8. So 3 and 5. So 3. Three and 5. 5 is connected to 4. Four is connected to 1. 2 is connected to 3. One is connected to 2 and 4. 2 is connected to 1. And 3. Three is connected to 6 and 2. 6 and 2, okay. Four is connected to 1 and 5. 5 is connected to 4 and to 6. 6 is connected to 5 and 3. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Okay, so now we need to get interfaces right. So, oh, first of all, we need the switch, right? We need the switch. Switch. Let's do breakout. So, God, this icon is ugly. Okay, so I need this, and I think gigabit 1 on every single one of those is connected, right? So then we need connection to outside, right? So I think I need VMnet. Okay, first, do I need an access to the internet? And I don't think I need access to the internet. Let me see the chat. There are a lot of messages which I missed. I know you don't like it. I'm not studying because I like it. I don't like it either. See what is supported right now for 6. I mean, okay, I think that I do believe that there is big future, well, with model-driven programmability. It's just your applications become much more robust and reliable with it. I've been using it for some time. There are obviously some issues, but still, it's just so much better than any other method. Anything that is CLI related is just insane. Okay, so let's start before connecting, I need, is cloud going to be enough? I think it could be, right? Now the problem, I need to see on which interface I need it to be connected. So I need to be to have host only. What if config? No, it's IP other. Okay, so this is not, and this is host only. So let's just connect to host only. So host only 0. Okay, so if I connect, oh, and here I need more interface, right? Okay, if I connect it 0 to here 0, and let's connect 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. Oops, what did I do? No, this is incorrect. Delete. I need one more interface here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now the connection. So R1 is, so R1 gig 3 is connected to gig 2. And then gig 4 is connected to gig 2. Then R2 gig 2 is connected to R1, R2 gig 3 is connected to gig 2. So then R3 gig 3 is connected to R6 gig 3. R4 gig 3 is connected to R5 gig 2. R5 gig 3 is connected to this guy gig 2. And R6 gig 4 is connected to gig 7 on R7, gig 2 on R7, and then like this, and 7 gig 3 gig 2, and then 8 gig 3 is connected to gig 2. Oops. Cool. Okay. I hope you were recording. I still don't know for sure, to be honest. It seems like I am, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, folks, I think we are ready to go. So let me start 2 of them, right? No. No. Oh, no. Warning, host doesn't support VMX. Okay, there goes my investment in the processor. Damn it. So well, I would love it to be a warning, but for me it's not warning. Do you have options enabled in your VMware and also in your BIOS? Yes, I do. I mean, I will not be able to show you BIOS now because that will kill the stream, but if I go here to processors, you can see that virtualize AMD and virtualize CPU counters, it's there. There is one way to fix this. It would be to try running directly in the VMware. And let me also turn on the light, it's becoming dark here. Okay, that's a lot of text. I don't want to read it. So it seems like I can actually get it to work. Okay. Here troubleshooting starts. Okay, so 4:15, right? And this guy was saying that upgrade kernel. .5.2. Okay, is this guy also using 5.2? Mainline 5.2.2. How is this guy seeing 5.2.2 and I don't see? Oh, it's all over here. Five to eight. Okay, so first, okay, let me kill this. Just to be sure to back up your, I always make snapshot before messing with it. I have nothing important here. We just imported it today, so. So let me see. Okay, so I will have to change this link slightly. Since I will be installing 5.2.8. So let's copy this. So, and then we have to change the links. So, and then what do we need? Headers, image and science modules. Okay, so I need this. Well, I think I could just copy the link, right? Okay, so yeah. And what I need to install all of this. Oh no, I don't need low latency, I need only generic. Okay. So copy link. Okay. Then unsigned generic. Okay. And then this one. Okay. There is old app. There is old app. I mean, I don't know. What is this guy saying here? Download two files, image and modules. Actually, yes. I don't think you need headers, right? Like headers. Why would you need headers? We can actually, yeah, go ahead and I don't know. You know what? I will install anyway. Not a big deal. So okay, so I have here everything. And I just need to install these deb packages, right? Okay, so should be good to go. Okay. Cool. How to check current version? Was it what? You name A? Yeah, 528. Perfect. Was there anything else? QM, enable KVM. Very nice. Okay, so what do we do? We are going to go ahead and launch our GNS3 again. Recent projects and CSRs. Is it going to work? No, I saved the project, so it's fine. Okay, guys, here we go. No. System cannot find files specified. Are you kidding me? C program files. One DAX software clients secure CRT. Nice. Nice. I just imagined that meme. Not this one. This guy. This guy. Nice. Okay. Cool. So we will try launching, only 2 at the same time, and if that works, I will just go ahead and launch 8 more. It's actually automatically saved, so you don't have to you don't have to do anything. So something is working. 1612A, something is working. Nice. Woohoo! Yeah. I have my router here. Isn't this great? It's amazing. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what do we do? Let's start with, I want to make sure that we have connection, right? And then I will go ahead and configure everything that I need. So 19. Yeah, I think it should work with 19, right? No, you're supposed to be working. You're supposed to be working. Come on. Why are you not working? Oh God. Okay, let's set up another one. Let's set this one and let's see if I can communicate between those. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm doing. Please work. Yeah. Hell yeah. Now our connection to outside is not working. That's weird. I almost always have to allow ping on the Windows interface. I would agree with you. However, the ping to 129 is the what VMware NIC, right? So in this case, it should not matter, at least to this IP address. I would understand that we can't ping to 1, which is Windows, right? But I don't understand why we can't ping the VM itself. And to be fair, I'm not even sure how I troubleshoot it. Like launching TCP dump for SMP on the interface. And also, I don't think in Workstation do you have promiscuous and all of that stuff. Should be in virtual network editor. Plus, there is even DHCP there on that interface. Oh wait, no, it's okay. What happens if I ask for it? I get a DHCP address. What the hell? How can you get a DHCP address if I can't ping there? So DHCP connection is working, but ping even to VM is not working. Okay, let's try Googling. Let's try. Okay, I can ping Windows VM, but I can't ping the okay, so this was it, right? So I can reach from my Windows there, but I can't reach. I think this is actually a known thing, right? GNS3 cloud interface can't ping GNS3 VM itself. To be fair, I don't care anymore, since I really need connectivity from Windows machine. You know what? Let me do one more thing. Yeah, I don't care about all of this, but what I do care about. So let's set it back. What I care about, so I mean, again, like I don't care what is on GNS3 VM itself. I care about connection from Windows host, and it seems like I can get it now. So if I say I can ping it, okay, so that's good. What I care about, another thing is, because all of my development is going to be on Linux, is if I can do it from there. So let me power this on. Thank you, Parset. Yeah, I'm not really good with understanding virtual machine networking, to be honest, but yeah, it seems like it's expected. Okay, cool. Okay, so networking here is not set up properly, unfortunately. What do I have? I think I have only NAT here. Yeah, I have only NAT. What is this? Another thing that I think I should do is setting up static everywhere, at least on this VMNet. Like, why would I need DHCP? Well, no, I think I can leave DHCP. That's fine. It's fine. Maybe I will need some VM, well, some host quickly up and running. Sometimes it's actually a good test. Like, you bring up your network and you say IP address DHCP to check if like communication is working, even if you have no intention of using that address. So I think this should be fine, but I will still need to set static here. I don't think is that you should use host only option if you want to combine your boot VM with the GNS3 lab, but we'll see. Okay. I actually think it's correct, no? VMware host only versus non-versus page. I think the host only permits network operations. There was a table where it is here. Host only. VM to host, VM1 to VM2, right? This is what I need. Is that Ubuntu 18.4? No, it's 19.4. But I will need to set up net plan for static IP address. I think so. Where is it now? Net plan. And there is a network manager. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was fighting with network manager recently. It was not pretty. It was absolutely insane. Yeah, I don't need routes here. And here I have GCPM, so this is fine. Do I have it set up? Yeah. So 19.129. Okay, so I can ping another machine. Can I ping router? Here we go. And I can ping another router. So let me also configure SSH here to see if I can SSH to it. So if I say what IP domain name name timefiggle.lab. Okay, what we need crypto. Let's do IP SSH version 2. Crypto key generator SA modules. And I need a username, right? I need username, Cisco, password, Cisco, login, UTY 015. Line UTY 015, login local. Yeah. Okay, so if I did everything correctly, I should be able to say Cisco at 192.168.19.101. Yes. Cisco, here we go. I don't have enable password, so privilege level 15. Oh, no. What am I doing? No. Username, Cisco, privilege 15. Password, Cisco. So, here, we login here, Cisco, actual version. Perfect. Okay. Transport input SSH is default, so you don't need that. Yeah, network manager is kind of problematic software. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. If you can see here, well, you definitely can see here. I just noticed that you can't see my camera anymore. Okay, so I don't know what happened to it. I know what happened. I have camera on Ctrl+Shift+C, which is copy paste. Damn. Okay, will have to change that hotkey. So you can see here that I have viral too. And it's using Fedora, there was a network manager. I have really weird setup for that viral virtual machine that I need. And I was fighting with network manager for days. And I still think it's winning. I don't know, it's just insane. I thought that Ubuntu stopped using network manager because I think so my latest experience with Ubuntu is Ubuntu 18.4 server, right? And I don't think network manager is being used there. You use netplan, but you don't use network manager. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so this looks good. Now, since it's a network programmability stream, we have to enable proper features. So let's do actually this. Let's just stress this machine completely. Okay. Let me also see task manager. CPU is at 20%. I like how Streamlabs is taking less than 1%. Okay, so let's run all of this. Okay. Okay. Oh, still 50%. Because all of my cores right now are running at... yeah. So what else do we need? I need to select these 8 nodes. It's not working here? No. So let's do it, except the 1 and 2, and then we will say console, right? Console, where is console? It should not, oh, here, console. Okay. So, yeah. And the time was like 8:29 p.m. or something. Let's see how much time it will take to boot all of them. Meanwhile, here we will configure the best features. So NETCONF yank, IP, HTTP, secure, server, and RESTCONF yank, RESTCONF. And then show platform software ISXC for yank management process. Yep. Oh, everything is up and running already. All right. So I need to be here. And let's say what? SSH to this address P830 NETCONF. Yes, Cisco. perfect. So we have our capabilities. I mean, ideally, I would want to send hello and send some payload. But on this computer, I don't have access there, I think. I like how here main server CP is at 100%. By the way, new viral, there is cool feature, like when you launch all of the devices at once, they are being queued, and it starts like 2 or 3 at one moment. Then when it's fully boots, then it starts all other, well, the next 2 or 3 and so on and so forth. So you don't end up in this situation, and it's just there by default, which is pretty nice. Well, okay, so give me 1 second, I will switch my screen here. It's taking too long on the stream though. Like, yeah, around 10 seconds. I want to find a couple of things. Oh, oops. Yeah, I can't show some things to you here. Just bear with me. Can I skip this? Come on. Oh, skip signing in. Okay, perfect. So let me try to remember how to do RESTCONF. I mean, I could look up my notes, but there are some notes that unfortunately I can't show them to you. So let's just do it via RFC, okay? So we need what? First HTTPS 192.168.19.101. And then first is going to be what? Well-known meta, I think, or something like this, or just well-known host meta. So this will verify that RESTCONF is working. I need is it basic authentication or no? Yeah, it's basic authentication. So basic auth, so syscom. So if I do this, I should receive a response. I didn't get one, so it means that let's try like this, native, and then I need headers. I need headers. What headers do I need? Application yank data, application yank minus data plus JSON. So key, let's do accept JSON, and then content type let's also do. Okay, let's send this. Okay, so this is not working. There was an error. Oh, I know what it is. It's a certificate. SSL verification false. Yo, come on. You're supposed to be working. You should try this via your Ubuntu Dev VM. Yes, that as well. By the way, my devices are up and running. I mean, nice. I mean, yeah, I was busy doing different things, but after 10 minutes all of my devices are up. I'm pretty sure they are oh, actually I have here a timestamp, right? So it's 35 minutes. So it took 5 minutes to launch all of these devices. 8 devices. That's pretty nice. And I will give even more CPUs to this machine. So this should be good. Now the problem is RESTCONF. Okay, something is wrong here. Cipher mismatch, no shared cipher. You may be right about trying this from VM. Where is my VM? So, Okay, I don't need this. It's minus K, isn't it? Minus K, yeah. Minus K, minus U, it's not minus U? Or is it minus U minus P, or no? It's just minus U. Specify username and password. Yeah, it's correct. So it's Cisco CPS 268 19101. God damn it. And I think curl log, is it minus V? Yeah, it's verbose, right? So it should be this. Okay, this doesn't look good to me. There is access list configuration now. Oh, here we go. I just had to restart the service. Of course. So my Postman should work now too. Which it does. Why it's so small though? Mm. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, so this works now. Actually, no. I thought you could see like that it's 1612A, but no, it's not that. Okay, so I can say what version will this work? Yep. Okay, perfect. So my RESTCONF is working. NETCONF was working as well. That's pretty cool. So, how we are doing on time? We've been streaming for around, what, 2 hours now? Plus minus, yeah. So, what do you think, guys? Should we finish this lab? So, just so you know what I mean by finish. This is a lab that I use for a Cisco Live to show how you can use something like Nornir, for example, or async IO to be able to connect to many devices at the same time. This lab has config, interfaces, well, everything in between, right? And I could apply configuration everywhere, and then to make sure that like my OSPF is working, BGP is working. Do you think I should do it on the stream, or you are not really interested in that? Wow. So, while you're answering or not answering the question, I haven't seen this, and they added this. This is amazing. So, there are unchanged models now. I didn't know about this. So, what this means is that you can set up now telemetry for these models. Whenever the change happens, this data is going to be sent to your collector. That's amazing. CDP Opera, spanning tree Opera, stacking Opera, VLAN Opera. This is very cool. I really want to check it out, but telemetry requires much more effort because you need to set up a collector and elk and all of that stuff. So that's not as simple as one may think. But still, like, it's cool that they have now, because they didn't have unchanged models before. Now they do. There should be also OpenConfig models that I want to check. So they do what? OpenConfig, not deviation. Nope. Or it is deviation. I don't remember. Was it? Yeah, no. I don't remember. OC IF interfaces. Seems like I'm correct here. The question is, what is the difference between 16.12 and 16.12.1? Well, 16.12 is not a particular release version, okay? So it's just, well, major release family, if you will. 16.12 is an actual one of the versions from this family, right? From the major release. What is not amazing is the iOS version required. Oh, if you want to config device on the stream, it will be interesting to me. Okay, thanks. But it's not going, I mean, I would do it manually because I have a static config. Like I just have to apply config files, maybe change IP address and stuff. So I wouldn't apply any automation tools for that. What's not amazing is this version required. I actually not sure what you mean here. I've been meaning to ask, but I can ask another time. What would you say benefits of OpenConfig? Okay, so the benefits are if your vendor or vendor supports OpenConfig on your platforms, it means then you can write a single application without without the details of implementation of different vendors, like how their config is structured or how their operational data is structured, right? You would write a single application with single set of paths and payloads to be able to interact with those, which is pretty cool, right? And Google is yes, it's vendor agnostic. So Google is the one who started it. They have a bunch of vendors and they wanted to use the same way of managing those devices, right? And they started an OpenConfig project. So they created a bunch of models and then they pushed vendors to start implementing those. I haven't seen a lot of traction until probably like last year. So I know for a fact that, for example, ISXC, both switches and routers and wireless, since our new wireless platforms are also ISXC based, they have really strong support for OpenConfig. I know it was due to cooperation with Google. There was a Cisco Live presentation on wireless, and as far as I know, Google, where they're using Cisco gear, they're now fully using OpenConfig. Yeah, the problem with OpenConfig though, there are a couple of problems that I see with OpenConfig. First, it's I would say and just so you know, I'm speaking here not as a Cisco employee, but just my thoughts. Google is going to add only the stuff that they need to young models, not necessarily that you may need. Okay, so you may need some feature and in Yang, which is present in multiple vendors, but you will really have a hard time adding the features to OpenConfig model. First. Second, there are a lot of differences between vendors. For example, like how routing policies are handled, right? Or maybe some other stuff. Or they just have features that other vendors don't have, right? Like EGV, for example. So those will never be in OpenConfig model. Now, technically, there is a way for a vendor to write like vendor augmentation of the OpenConfig model, but I'm not 100% sure vendors are doing that. Now, the third point is that there are still not many vendors on board with OpenConfig. So there are issues. However, I do think it's a really great effort because this will allow you to manage devices of multiple vendors the same way, writing your automation application only once. So I do think it's a big deal. It's just we are not living in perfect world. Okay, so I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I'm trying to fetch OpenConfig data. I'm pretty sure it's available, I just don't get the syntax right for one reason or another. And I don't think you can get just data, right? I think it will yell at you. Or maybe you will. It's taking a long time. I may need to do it actually. This one doesn't allow me to use subsystem. Security specified. No. Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't think it's supposed to work to slash data. Damn, where can I find example? OC minus IF interfaces. I don't know, it seems like I'm doing it correctly, but maybe not. Huh? Okay, let me do it from VM. This will be our last thing for today's stream. So NETCONF hello. And let's connect. Okay, so I need no. Why would you put S here so that I can't copy paste now? Are you? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. It could be I may have this on my GitHub page. Maybe not. I don't remember. Nice. Yes. Yeah. I have everything here. Huh. Okay. Okay, one more try. Okay, nice. Okay, so okay, I see data, native, blah blah blah. Copy to clipboard. Okay, Cisco native models, native models, native models. Open config here. It says interface XML NS open config net Yankee interfaces. It's just saying right here, and it's just under It's just not native, that's all. Let me try ACL. Okay, ACL is working, and you would need openconfig -ACL. So, okay, so it should be openconfig -interfaces. Interfaces. Yep, here we go. Here we have openconfig. Here we have openconfig interfaces model. So let's see what is available here in 16.12. So, okay, this is config, state, blah blah blah, sub interfaces, I don't have any. Openconfig, okay, MAC address stuff, so L2 stuff here, blah blah, sub interfaces. Now what I want to do, to be honest, to remember my Yank skills and RESTCONF skills, I would want to do configuration here. So let's duplicate tab. Let's do post. So we will need to post to openconfig interfaces interface. Yeah, it's actually not going to be super simple. We will have to go here. Under sub interfaces. Yeah. It's not going to be as simple as I thought it would be. So I don't even think it will allow me to do it with RESTCONF, because there is a list here and then there is another list. So my URL should be like this. Let's actually check if get will work like this. No, it doesn't. Why it doesn't work? Oh, okay, because it should be interface. Okay, now this works. So we'll have to select interface is equal to gigabit 2. This works. So we will be here. We should go to sub interfaces, config, sub interfaces, and then index, sub interface, it is equal to 0. And then config. Is this under config? It's not under config. It's openconfig like this. Okay, so now I have to copy paste this. Carefully. Okay, so body raw, and I have to do it very carefully. So this okay. I don't think I'm doing it correctly, to be fair. And then we put, and then headers, content type. Here we go. 400 bet request. Excuse me. Because I think I need post here actually. So I don't have that element, right? So like this. I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, hold on. So this one is being closed here. This one, I'm missing one, right? Yeah. So let's try again with put. No. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay, so address, array, element, config, here, yeah, okay. Missing element in IP in yeah, okay, so this should have IP and this should have exactly the same IP because it's a key. Yeah, hell yeah. So show IP interface brief. Here we go. Now another thing, and I think this problem is going to happen if I apply this again. It's going to add it as a secondary IP address. Is it? Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so this works. Very nice. Let me print screen this. Okay, folks, I think I don't want to do it any further. I think we are good to go. So let me summarize. So today we were trying to build a GNS3 lab on the newest AMD Ryzen processors, Ryzen 3000 series. So there is 3900X processor, which was just released It's a desktop, affordable consumer grade processor with 12 cores and 24 threads. They also launching 3950X next month, which is going to have 16 cores and 32 threads, which is just insane. The price tag there is also quite insane. I think it's like $750 or something. So it's really powerful processor, and I think it could be very interesting for network engineers, for people who want to build a home lab. This means that you don't need a server platform. You can the desktop CPU could be enough for you. So yeah, you just don't need to build a separate server or use expensive server grade CPUs like Xeon or like Epic, for example, or some other server processors. So I think that's amazing. Just so we managed to get it working on CSRs, which is great. To be fair, there are some issues, so you would need the latest Linux kernel to be able to launch it. So we were doing some troubleshooting. There is this here, right? You would need this instruction, or you can do it yourself, but the main thing is that you need to upgrade the kernel in order to make it work, otherwise your VMs will not start. We did it and it started successfully to work. You can see here that I allocated is it 16 threads? I don't remember. Let me double check. So I have here, so I allocated 40 gigs of RAM, and I'm going to allocate more, I think, and I allocated only 8 cores, right? Probably I will also allocate even more cores, so I would want to have like 16 or something allocated to VM. We were launching 10 CSRs. It took around 6 minutes to start them, considering that every CSR takes 3 gigs of RAM and 2 vCPUs. And we can see that everything seems to be working fine. My Windows Explorer says that my CPU is loaded only on 35%, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, so the bottom line here is that you know, I don't want to give you any recommendation, but I think it's very interesting to it's a good idea to start exploring. If you want to build a home lab, would it make sense for you to actually build a separate server? Or you can buy a processor like this and build a decent workstation, both for your personal use and for your labs. And it seems like I made a good investment here since it's working. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's last question in the chat. How many cores do you have on your Ryzen? So it's 12 cores, 24 threads. Okay, folks. Thank you very much for joining me today. I don't have a date for next stream. We'll see. Definitely not next week because I will not be here in Poland, not at home. But maybe in a couple of weeks I will do some other stream. I do have a lot of interesting ideas. There are some interesting tools that are available now, so we'll see. But for now, thank you very much, and I wish you an easy working week. Goodbye.